Greetings pimps. This is a video covering a funny interaction I had with a clueless statist on Twitter recently. I always find it hilarious when one can get a statist to be terrified of a simple yes or no question. Of course they refuse to answer since they know it will self-detonate their argument either way. In this specific instance they chose to pretend they would answer after I answered their question. Ironically enough I had already answered it, but I digress since my question makes their entire so-called argument self-detonate without having to answer theirs anyway. Now this was one of those debates. Well, it wasn't a debate, it was really just them refusing to answer a yes or no question, where the statist thinks their appeals to emotion equal logic. There are many options to self-detonate these types of statements, but I went with the classic 2 + 2 = 4 question. Now their non-argument appeal to emotion was just a long spiel about how without the state they would be dead. This of course boils down to but without the state bad thing happen. We can, as I did, easily expose that this is an appeal to emotion, not logic. All you have to do is compare it to 2 + 2 = 4. Yes, 2 + 2 = 4, but that is just a fact, not the logic proving that it's true. Now this comparison is slightly off since you can logically prove 2 + 2 = 4, but there is no logical proof that the state's existence is moral, null, logical or necessary. However, this does not matter as it doesn't affect the comparison within the question. Now the question at hand should be obvious at this point. Is the statement, if not bad thing will happen, a logical argument proving 2 + 2 = 4? Of course not. You can list as many bad things, yes even the ones this Twitter clown did, that would happen if 2 + 2 didn't equal 4, but those would all be non-argument appeals to emotion. Just as listing bad things you believe will happen without the state isn't a logical argument in favor of its existence. Yes, even if those bad things involved you suffering and dying, as in the Twitter virtue signalers example. You can see now why the statist refused to answer yes or no. If they answer no, they self-detonate their own argument as they admit it's not a valid argument from logic. If they answer yes, well, they have admitted that they think any act can be justified simply by saying but without it bad thing would happen, which could in turn be used to self-detonate their argument, as you could argue letting them die would be fine since if not bad thing would happen. This is how easy it is to make statist non-arguments collapse on themselves, folks. It's truly a hilarious sight to behold. Anyways pimps, I hope you all enjoyed. We out.
See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.